What do Sydney Sweeney, Florence Pew, Meghan Markle, and this football have in common? They've all been egregiously flamed in the comment section of Vogue's Instagram. That's right, baby. It's sequel time. Okay guys, so this is my closest thing to a fashion hat. I made a video about the NFL's Instagram comment section a few months ago. Now, the fashion girlies might have thought they were safe, but I'm gonna make a video about them too. I'm pretty sure it's what the government was referring to when they were talking about checks and balances. If I'm coming for the sports bros, if I'm coming for the touchdown twerps, the halftime humpers, then I also have to come for the avant-garde annoyings. It's only fair. Checks and balances, baby. Okay, I'm also a football fan and a red carpet obsessor and not creative enough to come up with anything other than annoying that starts with A. Vogue's official Instagram has 48.3 million followers. That's a lot. That's the most followed fashion magazine to my knowledge, but I think that makes sense, right? Like Vogue has always kind of been considered the gold standard of fashion. Other fashion editors see Anna Wintour in their nightmares. They don't see the Hat Man, they see Anna Wintour in a hat. But as someone who is just a little bit young for the age of the magazine, I have consumed most of my Vogue content from their Instagram. And let me tell you, no one has been more indecisive about following Vogue than me. I think since the inception of my Instagram account, I have probably followed and unfollowed Vogue like 5 times. I like being caught up with fashion trends and like celebrities to a certain degree, you know, certain celebrities, especially during like red carpet season. I really like seeing what people are wearing for that. While doing research for this video, I searched Vogue's political leanings and it had me clutching my curls and plotch, clutching my pros and shock. The consensus is that Vogue is quite left-leaning, and here's why that surprised me. Let's discuss the royal family a little bit. I don't think it's a secret to anyone that most of the royal family and Meghan Markle have never really gotten along. If you don't know, Meghan Markle is the wife to Prince Harry, who is the son of Princess Diana, and Princess Diana was the daughter-in-law to the current king and then Queen Elizabeth. The only reason why I know that is because I watched The Crown. And in that vein, monarchy to me comes off relatively conservative. The whole shtick was there was a lot of racism coming from not only within the castle, but also the British tabloids. Because Meghan Markle is black, she has a white father and a black mother, and then there's an added layer that Meghan Markle is American. Okay, let's look at some examples of what I'm talking about. Let's look at some of Vogue's posts. Vogue posted a video of Princess Kate, Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Y'all love a title. Kate talking about her cancer diagnosis. Digging into the comment section, there is general support, I would say. I hope that after this, people will leave her and her family alone. This has 19.1k likes. Imagine the shock in trying to accept you have cancer, then being weak from chemo, yet hearing about people who speculate you already died or something. And that has 18.5 likes. Notably, there's a comment that says AI deepfake, to which someone has responded, "Wow, I hope you don't reproduce," which has in fact ratioed that first comment. You know, just girly girls being girls. And this is a regular appearance. So on another photo of Princess Kate, comments included, "Hoping for a speedy recovery for Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales," which is maybe laying it on a little thick, but I do realize I'm the one being the hater in this situation. "May our beautiful princess have a speedy recovery. Why does everyone think it's their business to know private information about someone in the public eye? Have a little decorum," which is like clearly pointing out that person is British, very British to drop decorum in a sentence. Okay, let's have a little juxtaposition here. Let's look at a Meghan post. Vogue posted an announcement that Meghan Markle is getting into the jam business.
German cream. This is strawberry.
Jam cream.
Some what?
Jam and cream.
How could people get mad about jam, you may be asking? Well, where there's a will. I think it is notable to point out that in the caption of Vogue's post, the caption says, "A spokesperson for Meghan has confirmed that she is back on Instagram for the first time in 4 years." 2 main things I want to point out. It's saying a source is the one speaking to Vogue, it's not Meghan directly. And also that Meghan has not been on Instagram, a very popular social platform, in 4 years. Okay, let's look at the comments. Why does she call herself Duchess? A gif of a cartoon looking thing of Harry and Meghan, I guess, are holding signs that say, "We want our privacy and stop looking at us," you know, clearly insinuating that they keep saying they want privacy, but then they keep making public appearances or like doing public things. The timing is disrespectful as usual. You know, really fun stuff. I don't think these comments are like, you know, like on a scale, it could get much more intense, but in general, I think everyone can agree they're not like the nicest things to say. But again, it can get worse. So then Vogue had another post about Meghan's podcast, and the comments were something like this. "Literally, no one cares. Y'all running out of articles. Christ, no one cares. We're bringing the Lord into this. LOL, tell me you have a friend at Vogue without telling me, Meg." They're on very friendly basis, apparently. We're on the nickname stages. So it's like, I guess this whole reason I'm bringing this up is to point to how I was like surprised that Vogue was considered liberal. Just the juxtaposition between like how a lot of the comments around Kate posts were like, yay, Kate, hope you're doing better. And then a lot of the comments around Meghan were like, why are you posting this? We don't care. I thought you all didn't want to be in the spotlight. So a lot of drama there. I do realize me discussing this may piss off some British people, but you know, I'm just a girl. I'm just an American girl. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all watched my rage bait video, but this has a similar vibe. I'm not saying Vogue is rage baiting, to be clear. I want to get that out of the way. I'm not saying that, but I guess it would be more similar to engagement bait because I do think Vogue knows that these posts about the royal family are going to get the comments. There's going to be people beeping in the comments. The posts of Kate or Meghan do get more engagement than a lot of their other posts. You know, people do have thoughts and feelings when it comes to the British royal family. Shocking. It's also notable to point out that Vogue did post the edited picture of Princess Kate, and it is still up, which I think is really interesting. This is the photo that kind of sparked the whole drama around if Princess Kate was alive and if she was safe. But if you weren't on that corner of the internet, I'm not going to do you the disservice of telling you about it now. Trust me. It's over now. It's okay. We're going to move on. I do want to point out there is a warning on the post when you see it put there by Instagram, not Vogue. Okay, so around this time, Vogue also posted a photo of a painting of older royalty with a caption along the lines of being like, Princess Kate wasn't the first one to edit photos. Take a look at this. And all the comments are like, girl, what are you talking about? So this was all to say, based on this, like these posts, to me, it was just surprising to hear that Vogue was relatively left-leaning. I bet you forgot that's what we were talking about this for. Okay, so the other kind of part I wanted to talk about this in regard to Vogue's Instagram comment section, are there posts of women who are like dressed or their style is in a way that is historically not in the category of fashion that would be typically considered feminine? Two main people I want to talk about. Numero uno, Florence Pew, the most dripped out person in all of Dune 2. On a video of Florence at the Vanity Fair party, which is like the most prestigious Oscar after party, you know, the top of the top attend, Florence was just catching strays in the Vogue's Instagram comment section. I miss pure chic, elegance, and class. Now, I understand not liking her dress, but calling her classless, that's crazy. Zero elegance, very vulgar. Tacky and vulgar, all of them. A lot of someone was cracking open a thesaurus, man. And like to say this, the way it is clearly an elegant dress, it's a draped soft fabric. I do think Florence has been more unique in her fashion, like maybe the past like year or two, which I personally find really refreshing. But like, I'm not even saying, I want to address, I'm not saying you have to like how she's dressing. I don't think that's necessary to not leave a hate comment. If you like, I'm like, I need to address this, I need to leave a comment being like, hey, this isn't my favorite, or hey, I don't like this. It is an option to do that. Like, I'm totally down with fashion being objective. I totally agree with that. I don't even really like the dress very much. Like, it's not even like my favorite dress, but to get on there and be like, this dress is vulgar. Like, what? Second person I want to address, our gorgeous girl, Kristen Stewart. I need her to be on the Calm app. I don't even use the Calm app, but if Kristen Stewart was a voice on the Calm app, my ass would be on the Calm app. On this post, Kristen Stewart looks like a boy and a drug addict. It's just a fact, people. She was so pretty in her straight days. Tell me that's not insane. Like the blatant homophobia. The same exact speech brings me to my next point. Not even the classically beautiful, the type of beautiful that has historically been considered as beautiful. Not even they are safe. In this exact same post of Kristen Stewart, so it's a video of her. In the same video, Lily Rose Depp is also in it. And Lily Rose Depp is fighting for her goddamn life. Lily Rose Depp, guys, like, it does not get more clearly beautiful than Lily Rose Depp. She's like very typical model gorgeous. Many comments talking about Lily Rose Depp's hair and her hairline, saying they thought she was bald in this. There's a literal mega mind comment, y'all. Like, you are not serious. Lily Rose Depp looks so much like the idealized figure of like Western beauty, and not even she's safe. Sydney Sweeney also got attacked in the comment section at the Vanity Fair after party. Sydney Sweeney wore a dress that was previously worn by Angelina Jolie, so of course many of the comments were comparing the two, saying Angelina Jolie wore it better. One person was saying she looked saggy, the dress was ill-fitting, her pose was awkward. Like, I don't know what she could have done better, but this woman was not taking it. She did not like anything about it. I like want to rip my hair out. These comments are so crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not saying everyone needs to be attracted to her. I'm not saying you have to find her attractive in this moment, but it is very obvious that she looks nice. Like, she looks good. You don't have to like the dress. You don't have to like the style to understand she looks pretty. The last comment on this post that needs to be mentioned, and then she whines about her being extremely sexualized. If you sexualize yourself, why would you expect others' respect? Some honorable mention. Jennifer Lawrence looking incredibly normal with a clearly flat stomach, being asked if she's pregnant, which is great. We always love that. You know, like the number one thing you're not supposed to ask someone other than maybe their age. Speaking of that, Millie Bobby Brown has not been able to get a moment of silence since the inception of Stranger Things, and this corner of the internet is not an exception. She's just getting blasted for acting 40 apparently, because it's her job to make sure everyone is appeased. So I'm sure she'll be working on that. Just hang in there. By the way, I saw a post that Vogue is doing a new column on Vogue etiquette. And I quote, this column will be about experts sound off on today's ever-evolving social etiquette. Vogue baby, Vogue baby. The call is coming from inside the house. Like, I do suppose your comment section does need some coaching on etiquette. This is true. Guess who the first guest is, guys? Guess. Take a minute. Guess who the first expert here to give you advice is. The answer is, of course, Brooklyn Beckham. No, sure. And I do want to say, clearly you can make the comment that this is just the internet. This is how it is. Like, you need to understand this is just how the internet is. People are mean on the internet. Buck up. But I do want to point out that not that many of Vogue's posts get an insane amount of comments. Many only get a few hundred. I don't think it's too much to ask for an account with almost 50 million followers to comb some of its comments. I'm not saying you need to get rid of differing opinions. Obviously, that's super necessary, and that's incredibly necessary for freedom of speech. I totally agree with that. I'm referring to more specifically the comments of people calling someone a drug addict for saying someone looked better in their straight days, like hate speech. Removing those, I think, is probably okay. I'm sure that this is going to have many different opinions, so I'm sure people are going to sound off about it. Don't worry, Clarence Thomas is about to as well. And I also think people might say that Vogue is just the forum, and the commenters are the ones who are wreaking havoc. And to a degree, obviously this is true. Vogue is the canvas, the commenters are the paint. To some degree, I agree. Like, I'm not here to come for Vogue. And the moral in that case is clearly that the people who are leaving the comments need to think critically about what they're doing. On an existential scale, is that the mark you want to be leaving? To this end, I want to point out some of the warriors in Vogue's comment section, putting in the good fight, doing the good work. I want to address some of those too, because it's just important to talk about the good things as to talk about the bad things. These comments are unreal. Imagine raising a daughter in today's society that is shaming a super talented and absolutely stunning girl for armpit fat. You lot are bringing society down. No wonder we're in the midst of a mental health crisis. Another one. The world is never going to be a better place for women as long as other women feel it's justified and okay to come here and criticize others' looks consistently. We really need to shift our focus to support other women and lift them up. Why do people take their lifestyle choices so personally? Why is it always up for debate what other women choose to do, wear, act? Live your own lives and stop using the internet to tear people down, especially women who already have a hard enough time in this world. That is such a succinct thesis of my video. She nailed it. She literally nailed it. Maybe it's an impossible cause, right? For me to sit here and be like, hey, this crappy thing is happening on the internet. But if the opposite is seeing it, not addressing it, doing nothing about it, then I just don't think this is such a waste of my time. So, do you think I won't get invited to the Met Gala now? Vogue, I'm willing to delete this video for an invitation to the Met Gala. Say the word, baby. Say the word. Okay, so that's all from me today. If you have any thoughts, as always, leave them down below. I'm on my knees begging you to be respectful. I also, of course, want to say thank you to all the new people who have subscribed to my channel lately. Maybe I'll take my hat off for this. My last video did pretty well and my subscriber count has like almost tripled, which was not scary at all. I'm feeling very normal about that happening. But in all seriousness, that is very cool and I'm very grateful to have you all here with me. Okay, I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye. Peace, love, happiness. Bye.